Hello, good afternoon, good evening, good morning, whatever it is where you are, and welcome back to another episode on the Annoyed Dad channel at our new farm. Right, so anyway, as you can see, here in front of you is just a massive pile of wood. Now, if you watched the last video where I introduced the farm and said, hey, look, here we are, you would have seen that there was lots of stuff that needed doing. I'm actually recording this at the end of the day from when I recorded that other video. So I recorded that one in the morning, and this is now the afternoon, late afternoon. And this is basically stuff that I've done. So I'm trying to sort through everything just to work out what is here and what isn't here, and what we've got and what we haven't got, and what we need to do to bring stuff in. So this is just a pile of wood that is rotten. This was all stacked up over here and along here, and oh yeah, there was bits everywhere else, and it didn't look very good. So that's all going to be burnt, but that will be taken out there into the field for the grass to burn it. We've got some bits of metal, some grids, pieces of wood to build stuff, enough fence posts to fence the whole of Windsor Great Park. And then coming around here, we've got bits of fencing and just other little bits and pieces. This little aviary coop type thing needs a lot of work doing to it. So I might use that wood over there just to try to fix it up a bit as a temporary thing. I was going to use it, but then I walked in it and I thought, oh God, this needs a lot of work doing to it. Same goes for that enclosure. Well, there's actually two enclosures here. So you've got the enclosure, which is in there underneath, and then you've got this one here. This one here doesn't require as much work, but then it's not that big. I could probably get a few bits and pieces in there. Haven't been inside the horse box yet, but I found 4 sheep troughs, sheep feeder trophy things. And again, there was a load of wood stacked up here that I've just basically been through, and I've chucked all the rubbish over there, and I've kept all the good stuff there. This is just one man, one day. What I've done so far, it's been exhausting. Haven't done anything with the tractors, haven't touched them, haven't touched any of the fruit trees because it's the wrong time of year to prune them. You really want to wait till January when the tree's not doing anything. But if you remember, there was stuff up to here, in here. So this is the orchard. And yeah, it was up to there, so you couldn't walk in, but now you can actually walk in and you can walk around. So you can see we've got apples, see we've got raspberries, tons and tons of raspberries. They've just exploded while they've been left in here. There you go, there's my plums. And I think that's a dead or dying tree. So just over there we've got red currants. There you go, we've got some more red currants here. Red currants, and just over here we got some black currants. These are what they use to make your ribenas and your blackcurrant and apples and other things like that. Now I'll try and get some pictures tomorrow when I use this, but this is what I use. This is what's called a brush cutter. So it's on a standard strimmer, but rather than it being a standard strimmer where the strimmer blade on the end is flat, that's what you normally get. It's normally flat, or you get it with a bit of wire in there, and that's cracking if you're doing grass. But when you're doing stuff like this, which is up high and tall, you use what's called a brush cutter, which is one of these blades, which, as you can see, is angled and bent over. So when it goes into stuff, you can put it at the top. So I could put it at the top here, and it would just go chop, 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 all the way down, and everything ends up in little small pieces on the floor. I'll try tomorrow morning to grab some shots of that happening. So I've cleared along the back of here. So what my plan is to start off with is I plan to bring the chickens into here. I can close it off, bring the chickens in, and they can then clear most of this in here for me. That's my plan. So we've seen apples. These are pears. These look like conference pears, but obviously they're still growing. So I was going along quite happily with the brush cutter, minding my own business. And then just over here, you probably can't quite see it, but there's a bloody wasp's nest in the ground, an underground wasp's nest. I was like, what the hell's going on with my legs? They were just like bang, 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 bang. And it was wasps had come flying out and were attacking me. So I've got that to deal with before I carry on and clear out the rest of that. But yeah, as I say, bringing in the chickens to here, they will just basically rip through this lot. They will clear it. They won't rip through the thistles, obviously, or the stinging nettles, because they don't do them. But anything else in here, they will just churn it over have great fun and get it all cleared for me, ready to go. I have inspected the outside. The outside's got a load of chicken wire all the way around it, which is good going. So yeah, that is basically the end of day one on my new farm. Tomorrow's going to be day two, obviously, and I'm not quite sure what the plan is. I think it's going to be more clearing, because the grass I can't really touch at the minute. Well, I can touch the grass, but there's no point, because I can just jump on my big lawnmower and go and drive around that, and there'll still be more than enough to last the horses all winter and the rest of the year. So yeah, I will say goodbye now. No, I won't, because no, I'm not going to say goodbye, because we're just going to go over to day two now. Right, okay, I'm just going to round off this video now. I'm not going to keep on doing daily updates. I'm just going to do like project updates and overviews like I've done at the old place, you know, just like a farm update every now and then. So I thought we'd start off by going to see the orchard, which you can now walk into, which is brilliant, as you've seen from where I've been using the strimmer. So today is actually Sunday evening. The video revealing the farm has just gone live basically, and I've been reading through some of the comments that have come in straight away, so thank you very much guys for your great comments so far. Really looking forward to it. So in here, yeah, there's black currants, there's red currants, there's apples, there's pears, but you can now actually walk around in here. Around the edges, I have what I can reach at the minute taken out a lot of branches. There's still a lot more to go, and obviously there's all of that stuff there, you know, it's just covering up these trees, so these trees aren't getting any light whatsoever, so that needs to be sorted. Ooh, there might be something in that. Well, there is something in that. That's coming up in another video. That's basically the first animals moved over to the new place. I do need to be a bit careful, because I came up here this afternoon, and as I turned into the driveway, there was a blooming fox that was stood there looking at me. So I've dragged this out, the trailer, mainly because I just wanted to get in there just to start to clear stuff, so as I can get rid of the rubbish. So there was a load of stuff up on the roof there. I've pulled it all off. It's just all down there. It's just rotten wood. There was rotten wood everywhere. All the rotten wood from around here, that's all been moved. So what we're left with is an extensive amount of fence posts. So you've got all of these here, and these are the ones which aren't really rotten. These are the slightly good ones. There's 100 there at least, and there's a few other little bits and pieces of wood that aren't rotten, that aren't too bad. So I've been through this little coop, and I actually found the end for it. There is a proper end piece for it, so that's on there now. I've put down some, what do you call that? Is that skirting board at the bottom there? Ignore these frames at the front, they're just leant up against it just for the fun of it. So gravel boards, yeah, I suppose you call them gravel boards. These are the not quite so rotten ones, but just before I put anything in there, I want to put down some wire that basically you fold in half, so half of it is on the floor and half of it is up against the other wire, so anything can't dig under and get in there. But it's got a door to it, so that's done. This is basically a big pile of wood that was up against here, all in up against there. This is just the stuff that's rotten. Well, this is about half the stuff that was rotten. That's the other half of the stuff that was rotten. Luckily today we've had some rain and I've been able to get in and just basically burn some, because just over there is a farmer's field and I didn't want to be burning it while it was dry because I don't want to set his field alight. Like, yeah, I have got all the room out there, but again I'd have to transport it, and I've got the wires up above that I never really know how close you should have a fire to them or not. I'm sure it wouldn't cause any issues, but you never know. So in here, a little bit dark, but I've been along, hopefully you can still see it. I can still see it on the screen, so I'm hoping you can see it. I've been along here and I've put up some boards and I've basically secured it, so it just needs a door putting onto it, and then that's going to be home to the main flock. That one there, haven't done anything with at the minute. Everything else that's kicking about, you can just basically see I've just been through just to look and see what I've got and just to slice stuff down. Basically I walked around, let me see if I can find them, I'll show you. Yeah, I've walked around, I've had this nifty little tool, just so one of them, and I've just walked around with that in my pocket, and every time any branch has hit me on the head anywhere, it's been taken down. So you can see, like over here, I've been slicing away, and that's just basically been the way of how I've worked it and how I've done it, just to try to clear it so as you can actually start to walk through. So I don't think we've done too bad. We completed on Wednesday. I first got up here Thursday and today is Sunday evening, so I don't think we've done too bad really, considering. See how it looks again in another week, but yeah, so we're in a position now to start moving forward and we're looking forward to it. I do have a battery at home, so I'm going to start trying the tractors because I want to move this one because it's in the way a little bit. And I also want to cut the grass on the drive, so that's going to be my next task next week. And then I've got to see which other tractors are working and then work out which tractors I'm going to keep and which tractors I'm going to sell, and basically go from there. I've also got so much more stuff that just needs chopping back just to allow some light into the place. So thanks for watching. As always, any questions, leave them down below. Comments, queries, concerns, anything at all, leave us a comment and I'll try to answer it the best I can. Wish me luck with the following week, and until next week's video, bye bye.